Hi everyone, I'm Echoes and I'm a VTuber. And I'll be going over The Gene of AI, episode 12, titled Departure. So this is the final episode of this series and it kind of just ties up loose ends for Pseudo Sensei and gives us some resolution of some what has happened in the previous episodes while also preparing for Pseudo Sensei's next step. So yeah, let's get started. So in the beginning, we pretty much have a flashback to I forgot her name off the top. I think Kaoru mentioning that Michi wants to make a deal with Pseudo Sensei. If you want to join the review committee, then he'll predict where the copy with your mother's personality is. You can see he's contemplating it here. What do you say? Do you care to meet him? And after that, they go and meet Michi directly. And Michi's like, it's been a long time, hasn't it? You see that he looks a lot like Pseudo Sensei, because I guess it's the white hair and the similar face. Rubizia. It's likely that's where your mother is. And it's like, what? Was that wise? You got nothing to bargain with, though. I don't agree. As you're aware, Rubizia, pretty sure it's a fictional country, by the way, is a dangerous region due to its civil war. It's kind of interesting how all these names kind of remind me of the Middle East, so I guess that's what they're using as the reference. I can provide local connections, along with firearms and self-defense training so you can protect yourself. I'm prepared to offer whatever support you may feel necessary. So do we have a deal? So in a way, this is something that Pseudo Sensei can't easily overlook. Get the opening, let's skip for now. And then we go back to the ending of the previous episode with Pseudo Sensei and Risa having like their goodbye. Because she's like, oh my god, this is so sudden. Can't we just talk this out? I'm not at your level, but I studied and got certified so I could be of whatever help I could. Do you not need help anymore? From your assistant? And then he says, like, what he says here is kind of hurtful because he mentions outsider, when in reality she's not that. Because they've known each other for quite a while. And he says, oh, this is my personal problem, you shouldn't have to worry about it. But she gets really upset about it. Because, and then we get a bit of a montage of her backstory from before. And then we get a little bit of a continuation of this part. It's like, why do you care? I've already been released. Am I bothering you? And all the paperwork. Been through similar trouble. This is a flashback as well. Mom passed away. Same ways help each other out. And then this scene's a continuation. I guess people really need that kind of similarity. Mom wanted me to look more like her too. That's why she had me change, because she couldn't love me otherwise. So in a way, she says that her changing her color wasn't due to love, but just needing to love someone who looks similar to you. But the reason humanoids like me are made to be and live exactly like humans is because if we were too different, they wouldn't be able to accept us. Not completely wrong, but this is where he interjects and says, my hair's been white since I was born. Always hated the stares and the bullying. I still didn't like being different from my mother. Maybe she wanted to keep you from experiencing that type of thing. Even that's true, I still don't feel like forgiving her. Doesn't real love mean accepting someone for who they are? I'm not trying to justify what your mother did, but I don't want you to deny the fact that she cared about you, which is true. The fact that she protected her daughter in the air balloon, I think, speaks for itself. And also the school picture right here. I think since that moment, I always considered the doctor to be part of my family. Over my clinic, will you come work for me? Are you serious about this? How are you expecting to do a proper job? I should work now because you get it together. The funny thing is that even though she has a crush on him, he kind of is like a guardian figure as You know, Risa, you're a lot cheerier than you used to be. Like, it kind of seems like kind of like uncle, kind of. But that's why she's so offended by that word. I think he realizes that too, but we'll see. He's bad at expressing this feeling, which makes him hard to understand at times. That was on your grade school report card. Your teacher wrote in the notes section. But I'm your mom, so I can tell. Something happened, hasn't it? Talk about it if you want. Though not as smart as you, I might not give any clever advice. Personal issue. There are problems in the world that don't have the right answers when thinking doesn't seem to get you anywhere. You should turn to someone you care about. Don't make the same mistake I did. Time is up, and you see you later. Then the mom talks again. You need to live your own life. But you can tell that his mom does truly care about her son. And then you can see he's going to visit the Seto guy from before. He's like, to take over the clinic. Are you serious? Yeah. And then he mentions his mom has been found in Rhodesia. We'll be back in Japan for a while, handing over my clinic to you. Shane, I want you to take care of my regular patients. One more thing. Will you employ my nurse, Risa? Haven't told her about this yet. And then you can see the Seto guy is giving him a warning. You know that in Rhodesia, they tear up people's neural nets while they're alive. Tinker with children's brains to turn the suicide bombers. I'm aware of the risks, not what I meant. What are you going to do if you find out your mom's copy has ended up responsible for that sort of thing? Would you forgive her? Will you still accept her as your mother? You what? I'm going to pretend you never mentioned the clinic to me. He's like, I'm going to know exactly what you said. Stop being obsessed with the past. Live for the present. For once, I'm in the right here. Counting on you, Suda. And he's like, you're just a softie. He is, though. He is a kind person. He just doesn't show it on his face. Then you see that Suda Sensei is really good at the shooting range, which is part of the training provided by Michi. Would cover firearms training, move the brick in for self-defense, and then he keeps going. Let's get right to it. And you see Michi's kind of observing him. He's like, and Kaoru's like, what are you plotting? Plotting? High probability that Suda-kun could die in Rhodesia. That happens no way he can become part of the upgrade review committee. That's correct. But you've been pretty aggressive in your support for him going. Almost like that's the part you're really after. So I guess Michi gets something out of it too. Is it something you want him to do in Rhodesia? Then Michi answers here. I know the trials that will be waiting for him. I may just be curious about the answers he finds. And you see he removes his old clinic's sign and then swaps it, and then Seto will swap it. He's like, it's in your hands. And she's kind of upset, and then this guy wants to talk with her. Soon I have friends from college. Do you ever mention me? Yeah, he says you're very talented. Be honest, you don't like me. Written all over your face how much you don't want to work with me. How it is, I'm just worried for him. Forget he's going to be beyond your reach. Yeah, I don't want to work with you after all. Only pseudo were human I could alter his memories. I feel sorry for him the way he's obsessed with the past, granted, because I get to get a pretty nice facility for Royce. So I was like, it's like I get something good out of this too. And she's like, man, this guy is such an asshole. Then he's like, let's see. He has a closing statement here as well. You're all such a pain in the neck, human beings like us. You also not care about the claymore, and he's like, I care. So why give it to this guy? Bad attitude, but he knows what he's doing. He treats patients well. Got philosophical differences, but that's the problem. And then you can see that Jay here is saying that he'll be advising Seto. Why is that I not accompany you to Rhodesia? I don't want to drag you into it. Concern is unwarranted. I'm A. That's great to offer support to humans. Moment I believe you're considered best at Risa. Decline trip, officially relinquishing mission to find your mother. Continue working at the clinic. But I said the same thing. Then here he's checking with that patient who had the brain copy, kind of like his mother. No problem. Do regular checkups. Make sure you never think about making neural net backup ever again. And then he speaks with the daughter again, who always knows how to break into his car, which is, I think, the funniest thing. It's like, your security sucks. You trip to the station again. And then she answers a question he has had. Is, why is it illegal to make a copy of a personality? Remember when I asked you before? I think I get it now. Then you can see that she's going through her memories of the mom trying the fresh cream, kind of like what the other version did. So the backup version of my mom, the same person I knew, happened to the version of the mom she overwrote. A long time I couldn't stop thinking about it, driving me crazy. That's what happens when you make a copy of someone. What is it that makes a person who they are? Where exactly do the heart and self exist? I can argue for a long time without coming with the answer. I don't think anyone will ever have one. But you know, mom really was still my mom. And you can see he's quite happy with her answer. Then she brought home the groceries. And then here he is reminiscing of his memories. It goes back to when he was originally very sick. He's like, you didn't give birth to me. Is that right? Hair like this, exercise more, immune system messed up. But then his mother's like, no matter what's going on with you, you're still my son. I'll do anything to help you. Whatever it takes. Then you can see that Suda Sensei is calling Risa. So he's in a way having a heartfelt discussion with her. Say thanks for answering. Since becoming a doctor, I've seen a lot of patients. It's made me think, maybe my identity isn't something internal like genetics, for example, but something that's made up of the connections I have with other people. I still think that I need to search for the copy of my mom. Because no matter what's become of her, at the end of the day, she's still my mom. So in a way, he takes the advice of that girl of, even if my mom may have changed, at the core, she is his mom. But Risa, I really would like to stay with you. I feel like the time I spent with you at the clinic is who I really am. It's where I belong. And then you can see that she's quite happy to hear that. Just hearing that's enough for me. Even though she's still sad, she understands where he's coming from. It's like in a place of good heart. And then you can see that she meets him at the airport. Thanks for seeing me off. Got here early, so I got some clothes and a haircut. Looks quite handsome. It's like you like how you used to look. Really? He's too short. And then she tells him to promise him 3 things. Come back as soon as you can. You won't do anything dangerous. And no matter what happens to your mother, please don't change. He was definitely surprised at this answer, but quite happy too. He's like, you keep saying I'll just try my best. It's not anything definite. Instead, he just, I promise instead. It's a bit more firm. Take my hand this time, won't you? I'll be waiting to see you again. Then he gives her a hug too. And he apologized because I'm sorry for calling you out. Sorry, because he definitely was feeling bad about what he said. And he regrets it, so he apologizes here, which I appreciate him doing. Bye, take care of yourself. And then the credit scene, it mentions a bit of the ideas of the show. A scholar once said that humans are slaves to unrelenting progress. And that it would be AI that liberates humanity from progress. Get some flashback montage here. People now live in a world that is supported by AI. Loving others, being loved, make mistakes and repenting. Yearning for peace while refusing to give up violence, they continue to live much like they have always have. Or have AI help the world progress or stop the progress? And what is it that humanity actually wants? So you get some open-ended questions at the end. Because it really makes me wonder about, like, has AI truly changed the world for better or worse? Even in modern times, you don't really know. But I appreciate the show kind of giving you a few open-ended answers, and also in that ending scene going over what has happened in the previous episodes. Answers are all in your hands, Pseudo-san. May your journey be a safe one. Then you see here is that he's in Rubesia to pick up that bear from the caretaker bear from one of the earlier episodes. He said, "Are you looking for something?" Yeah, I'm going to find it. And in a way, this concludes the whole series. So, in a way, the show is just overall super, super good. We get like the loose ends tied up with Pseudo-san going to Rubesia to find the copy of his mother, a resolution with some of the previous cases in the previous episodes. We get him, for now, parting with Risa, who has helped him in a variety of ways. Giving over the clinic to Seto, who he trusts. And yeah, it makes me wonder whether there'll be an actual sequel or not. We don't really know, but it's not a bad place to end the series. Overall, I really liked it, especially since it really makes you contemplate about the future of humanity and AI, and both the positive and negative possibilities, because even now, AI is already controversial, from the ChatGPT to AlphaGo to stuff that involves art theft. You know, it's just a whole bunch of things, but in general, it's just nice to contemplate about a possible future, and this show definitely explores it. It's one of the ones that does touch a bit on social commentary, which nowadays a lot of anime doesn't even bother trying to do. But yeah, thank you so much. And on a side note, I'll be trying to cover some of the newer seasonal anime soon. I'm a bit behind, sadly, but I will be catching up this week and next week. So please look forward to that. All right, thank you so much and have a good rest of your day. Take care.